Welcome back, everyone. This is Akanar here with more Sekiro, where last time we took on and managed to capture the folding screen monkeys. And my general distaste for gimmick fights was kind of reaffirmed, unfortunately. It's not that I hated the fight, it's just not really... I would much rather fight Genichiro. I would much rather fight Sir Alon than Royal Rat Vanguard, or Lady Maria instead of Mikalash. Sister Frida instead of Ancient Wyvern. Actually, Ancient Wyvern is probably one of the better gimmick fights, but even that one, I was a faith build, and my lightning bolts did actually reasonable damage, and I just killed it with lightning bolts. And I didn't find out until much later I was supposed to do something very different. So I think I just enjoy the fights that are really demanding technically and have a lot of execution involved, the combat, all of that stuff. I'd much rather have that. But either way, we did also meet the Divine Child of the Rejuvenating Waters, and we now have the Mortal Blade, and we're gonna have to see how that works in action here eventually. But we've got our first big piece of dealing with severing the ties of immortality. And we also got some rice, we became a puppeteer, we flew a kite, and we found another way into the Sunken Valley. So we've got a lot of options still in front of us. And I think today where we're going to be focusing eventually here is we're going to be looking at the Demon's Bell. The Demon Bell is, I think, the last big objective in the Senpo Temple, and I don't really know what it's about. We've just been told, don't ring it, or some shit's going to happen. And similar, speaking of Ancient Wyvern and Archdragon Peak, it's not the first time that we've been told not to ring a bell. And we always follow instructions, right? We always listen when the game tells us not to do something, right? 100% of the time. So we're gonna see what that is about. I want to first start here really quickly by checking in with Hanbei, and I want to try out some of these prosthetic tools that we haven't been using as much. We've got this spear, the loaded spear thrust type, which I still love that name, and some other ones like Sabimaru that I want to just test a little bit more and see how they work. We've got not just a thrust and a drag attack, but also a rush attack that we've gotten with this upgrade. And I kind of want to see how this works in action. And also, we haven't done any practicing. Oh, he has some new dialogue. I was wondering if this might be another thing. See, okay, this was the other thing that made me want to talk to Hanbei, because we do have the Mortal Blade now, and I don't want to use it against him because I have a very strong suspicion that it might actually kill him. Like, I don't know, like maybe this is something he would want. I don't know if he really actually wants to be cured of the Undying. Maybe we would be doing him a favor, but also if we tell him about it, I think we're gonna tell him, but there is a chance that he would be like, nah, I don't want to be Spartan partners anymore, I'm cool. You're a little bit too dangerous. But let's see. I don't really want to kill you. I don't really want to do that, at least not this moment. Maybe this is something I can think about if it's really what you want. But that wasn't really what I had on the agenda here. Okay, I was hoping you'd say that, but that is actually a new option here. I guess that does make a lot of sense, and I had wondered if they might do something along these lines, because it is exactly what... I wasn't sure if it was exactly what you would want, but it does fit exactly with what you've described yourself as, which is Undying. Okay, for now, we're going to continue with the free combat, but that is super... a weighty decision. There's always some of these weighty decisions, and in this case, man, it's sort of like the Nailsmith in Hollow Knight. What do we do? We'll have to think about it. We're going to do free combat for now. Let's go and do we'll just do the applied. And I want to just try the loaded spear here. So it doesn't really interrupt him, does it? But it does have like several attacks that it does. Okay, I get it. And it does a good amount of vitality damage, posture damage, all that. Now, if we do this, we probably don't want to do that while he's in the middle of an attack, but we can drag, which does interrupt. So if we do this, the initial strike, that's the problem here, is that the initial strike doesn't actually interrupt him. Maybe it does. I want to try that again, actually. Maybe we do something other than... Maybe we don't do free combat. Let's just do attacks, because that's the one where he's most passive. I actually just want a... I don't want him attacking too much right now. I really just need the training dummy to kind of sit there, and I want to just see exactly how each of these works. So it can interrupt him, but that might be because he's guarding. In the case where he was in the middle of an attack, that is so cool that it drags you forward like that. Now then we do the charge. Okay. All right, I'm getting an idea of what this one is about. So now let's go ahead and finish this. Or maybe I'll switch to one of the others. Oh, yes. Okay, so Sabimaru was the other one that I wanted to try. I wanted to see if we could actually poison somebody. And whether or not... I would imagine he could get poisoned. I don't know if we need more spirit emblems. We're down to 8 already. We'll just try for now. We have lots of spirit emblems. He's poisoned. He actually has... Okay, so it doesn't just give the green aura, but it also gives a giant... I guess they're called kanji, right? This is part of me learning Japanese. The Japanese words are known as kanji. I don't read any of them. I don't know any, but I know that I think the one that appears over our head when there's a perilous blow, I think I've been told that that is danger. And I'm assuming the kanji there in green is something related to poison. So and that did not take very much either. It took like 3 actual poison strikes, because I think every other swing with the Sabimaru is the poison application, and that's the one that consumes the spirit emblem. Okay, good to know that it can happen. I just wanted to see what it looks like, right? That's an important thing to know, because those things for me in the heat of battle are not always apparent. It's nice that in this game, as compared to... I don't remember exactly what poison would look like in Dark Souls, because like I said before, I never really used poison. So it's nice to see what things look like. Let's go ahead and finish off this one, because I want to try... The other thing that I wanted to try were the end of this one here. I wanted to try the... We'll get into the consecutive deflections here. We'll do consecutive deflections. And what we're going to switch to is we're going to switch this one to the Loaded Umbrella. We're going to switch this one to the Mistraven. I had only tried Mistraven, I think, a couple times. Oh, we actually need Spirit Emblems, don't we? I think we are out of Spirit Emblems, so hold on. I need to actually finish this one. I totally forgot that we need to refill Spirit Emblems. Give me just a second here. So now let's try this again. Try the deflections again here. And we're going to do Mistraven. So I want to remember how this works, because I think I'm missing something fundamentally about Mistraven. Okay. I think I'm moving too soon. Let me try this again here. Because if I'm moving... I have to move after I'm hit. I think that's the thing I was missing. But also, it only lasts for a short period of time, so I have to activate it like right before. I'm still not getting this correctly. There, I got it. Okay. So maybe if I'm moving, I shouldn't be moving before I actually get hit. I think, unless I'm... Okay, I think that's the key, is I need to activate it similar... I can't do it too soon. Right there, I did it too soon. I need to wait until he's about in the same timing as I would... Almost like a deflect, right? I need to wait right up until where I would almost deflect. And then when I see like the puff of feathers coming, that's when I can do the move. But if I do it too early, then that's going to happen. Miss Raven is a finicky one. I'm not sure if I like it. I think it might have some upgrades that might make it better. That maybe that window... I feel like one of the upgrades talked about... Oh, I think it was talking about where it activates even when you don't get hit. So you can like trigger the Miss Raven's stance and then just move the joystick and you'll teleport in that direction. That seems much more powerful to me because right now the way I'm doing that is not... I'm not getting the timing all the time because I feel like most times my instinct is to activate it too early. We'll keep thinking about Mist Raven, but I'm not a big fan of that one at the moment. Maybe once we upgrade it. Let's get our spirit emblems refilled again here. And the last thing I want to try real fast, we're doing a little bit of a training session here to start out, but I wanted to give a go at the loaded umbrella again because I just wanted to see what it looks like when you... Not... L3 is the button. When you just sit there and tank a bunch of attacks. So let's go back once more to the consecutive deflections. And we're just going to sit here and turtle. Okay, so it builds up posture damage. Let's see what happens if I try to deflect and then turtle. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. But it is building up posture damage, so you can't just sit here, right? There is a... But you can move. You can move, of course. You can actually move enough to where if the enemy is not... You know, if the enemy is not positioning or tracking is the word I meant to say. I kind of like that. Well, that adds a couple wrinkles or it lets you... That's interesting to think about the possibilities with the umbrella there. The fact that it can... You have a lot more mobility than the fact that you can move around. You are moving very slowly, but you're not just sitting there as a sitting duck or a sitting turtle, whatever. Okay, good. I think that is going to wrap up our training for now because I think there's some others here like the flame vent and the firecracker that we haven't been using as much, but I think I have a reasonable idea about where those might be useful. It's these other ones that we just hadn't touched that I wanted to get a little bit fresh in my mind and really get a better picture of how they work. So now with that in order, I think it's time for us to check out the bell. Let's give a look to the Demon's Bell. We, I think, ended... Did we look there at the end of the last time? I can't remember, but let's head back there now. Actually, we're gonna do one very quick little sidetrack here just to pick up... I think there was a piece of loot. There was a piece of loot that I noticed during editing that I think I missed. That was up in a tree. Let's just grab that very quickly here before I forget. Maybe I went back and grabbed it already and I forgot, but I think there was one up here at the start of the zone. And as I was taking on the monks, I feel like I saw it on screen, but didn't actually... Oh, never mind. It's not actually loot. It's a piece of texture here. I thought I had seen something that was not really a thing, so never mind me. Okay, so let's head back up then and go to the Demon Bell. As I miss my grappling point here. Head back over here. Because I think that is really the only thing that we have left. We did also... I should mention that I had, when we got this new Sunken Valley Cavern entrance, or idol, there was an NPC there, which I had totally not realized was Blackhat Badger. We'll go and talk with him eventually and see what new stuff he might have for us. I just had totally forgot that he had told us that he was going to Senpo Temple. We'll get around to him. But first we have to check in. This was actually the very first spot that we entered into Senpo Temple from. And it is going to be one of the last things that we actually end up doing. Once again, we'll read this one more time. The stoutest of heart. Only they should consider this. I'd like to think I'm pretty stout of heart. Question mark? I think it's time to ring the bell, though. I hope this isn't going to fuck shit up too bad. What is this going to do? It could be a boss fight. It could be warping us to another area. I don't know. Let's find out. As I switch to my shuriken, my good default. Whoa. A demonic spirit sealed within the iron bell of Senpo Temple possesses those who ring the bell, strengthening enemies around them. The bell demon confers hardship, but perhaps also slightly better spoils. Using this item has no particular effect aside from causing the demon to leave. Oh shit, we just upped the difficulty. But maybe also better rewards. Oh, that is very intriguing to me. That is totally not what I expected. I would never have guessed that there is a difficulty setting. I mean, there are always ways to make things more difficult on yourself in a FromSoft game. But this feels like a new one, right? I guess there's things like Calamity Ring. There have been items before that that make things more difficult on you. But this one, you can just use it at any time. And you could just go back to normal. Well, okay, I guess that answers our question, what that is all about. Why don't we see? Let's find out just how much harder things are. I'm very curious to find this out now. Let's go ahead. I don't know if we want to go back and try enemies we've fought before. We could try that real quickly here. Just go to the front of Senpo and just try a few enemies and see, do they get insanely harder? Or is this just a slight scale up in the difficulty? This is a fascinating, You could go at the start of the game almost. You could almost make a beeline for that item and increase the difficulty immediately, couldn't you? That is actually a pretty cool surprise. Totally not what I was expecting. All right, let's see what you got for me. Let's see what you got. We can go with the spear, right? Oh, I don't have the spear on the bar. Let me switch this over to... Let's actually get rid of this one, and let's switch this to the spear. I kind of want to try the charge again here. I do have Nightjar Slash as well. Maybe I'll do Nightjar Slash. Okay, well... That guy didn't seem too much harder. Did these guys have more money? Feels like they dropped about the same amount of money. So... I don't know if this is active against every single enemy, but those guys felt about the same. Maybe they deal more damage. Maybe the slightly better spoils is like increased drop rate on items. Who knows what that could be. But I think we're gonna hang on to that for now, and we're just gonna wait until, you know, if the game starts to feel really oppressive, then we might consider getting rid of that. But I am always... Like, my general instinct in games is usually to err on the side of greater difficulty as opposed to lesser difficulty. You know, we go through and we play the game and we up our vitality and we up our attack power. Like, we strengthen our character. Like, I'm not all about artificially scaling all the way to the end of the hard spectrum. But a little bit of added challenge, I'm not necessarily against. So we'll see how it goes. Let's travel to... So now I think that brings us to the end of Senpo Temple. That really is, we've essentially done everything here. And the next potential place, we could go to either Sunken Valley or Ashina Depths, but I mean, let's just keep moving down the list, shall we? And see where there's two ways that we could go into the Sunken Valley. Let's start at this one because Blackhat is here. I think, I'm pretty sure this is Blackhat. And let's find out what new stuff he has before we proceed forward. The other spot would be the place where we saw the Tengu and we got our esoteric text. And so I'm not sure which one is like the better entrance or the more official first entrance into the zone, but we'll see. Chuckles? Oh, it's a grave. Oh no. I'm sorry, dude. The little runt, oh my god.
Serpent. これで野暮用は済んだ。他に当てもねえし、アシナの城にでも戻るとするかね。どこだろうが、この寺よりゃマシってもんだ。
Well, no wonder you're not a fan of Senpo Temple. I am so sorry for your loss. And An interesting place for a grave, but I suppose you get maybe a little more solitude from all the nonsense that's going on out there. Can totally understand why you wanted to leave and go somewhere else. You do the same, my friend. Okay, well. So he doesn't sell anything here, but he is going to be heading back to Ashina Castle. So, okie dokie, let's move forward and at least see where this opens up to, and maybe are we going to be encountering, where are we crossing paths once again with the great white snake. Sunken Valley. There's a few things supposedly we're supposed to be finding here. Sunken Valley Passage. Sunken Valley Passage. Is this a different zone than Sunken Valley? It's very windy here. So where are we? Have we been here before? I don't immediately recognize that bridge. It's one of the few bridges. Have we actually had any bridges that have been intact? So many bridges have been, like, destroyed. Well, this is very sus. Going out here like this, very, very sus. There must be a grapple point there. Is it under the bridge or next to the bridge? I think it's under the bridge. And I guess that's where we're aiming, because I don't think I want to try to fall directly to any of these. Also, it doesn't look like this below us is actually a spot where we can actually... There's no loot or anything there, so I don't think that's actually terrain for us to stand on. There is water down there, isn't there? We will take fall damage in the water, so we want to aim for the grappling spot. Are we close enough, though? We are not close enough. So we took damage from just falling too far, and we also aggroed some fish. So we were not falling far enough to grapple onto the branch. And now that fish is aggroed to us. What the hell? Do I need to run and jump? Is that what the thing is here? No. So, are we not supposed to go this way? I guess, yeah, we need to drink. Let's do that. I guess I will try fall into this. That's what I thought. That did not feel like actual terrain that I could fall on. I guess this is a dead end. Why is this here? I haven't looked over on this. I was just, yeah, there's nothing actually over here either, is there? Very puzzling. Don't know why this is here, other than to give me a look out into part of the Sunken Valley. Okay, I may be missing something. I might be missing something obvious, but I can't get to the grapple points that I saw down here. We just take a bit of a closer look real quick. But I saw this tree. There's actually 2 trees that look like they should be grapple points, but I'm not able to... Like, by the time that I even get within range where the icon shows up on the screen, I've fallen too far in the game's mind, and I get a fall death, quote unquote. I guess we're not going this way then. Is there something in here that there's nothing more here, is there? Other than there is a wall jump portion. Am I supposed to go up further or something? I really think there's no more to the story right now. This is such a strange little spot. I don't understand it. Perhaps it will make more sense eventually. Maybe there's, I don't know, some other kite that we're supposed to deal with. Let's look out here one more time. Just make sure there wasn't anything else out here. But I think we... Did we go down here? There's nothing down there. I think we are... I think we're done here. So I think we are going to head back to that actual... What appears to be the actual entrance into Sunken Valley, because I don't think I can get in here. This is very confusing to me. Why is this a thing? Is it just here for us to meet Blackhat and get a little more of his backstory? Question mark? Okay, moving on then. I think I will go to this... Not this one. I will go to the Great Serpent Shrine, because we did see the Tengu here before, and I want to see if he is still here. And if he is, whether there is any new dialogue. Appears to be gone. Okay, and the dead long swordsmen have also been cleaned up. The Tengu does, I guess, clean up after himself. So let's move into the Sunken Valley then. Let's see. I'm a little worried because I'm not exactly in a hurry to cross paths with a giant snake once again. However, I am seeing... Why did that monocular do that? I guess it has a limit on how far down you can look, because I'm trying to look. There is there are actually 2 individuals down here. They both have spears, I think. One of them is tending to the spear. Trying to get a good look at them. Are they wearing head coverings? Because at first they looked like their skin was kind of gray, but that might be just, I think those are bandages actually or something. Bandages or wrappings. So, can we get down? I don't know if we can get down directly to them, but Sunken Valley. I don't know if they were there before. I did not really look around too much the first time. I was very much in... Okay, there are grapple points there, so maybe I kind of want to look over in this direction first. We do have that idol already that we've gained access to. The guns, the guns. So the thing that the guns, we might be able to deal with the guns with... So these might be, I wonder if these are actually the Okami warrior women. They're rifle spears, aren't they? They're actually rifle spears. Is that all you do? Is the only thing that you do is fire your guns? That did a lot of damage. So they have rifle spears. Just like in Bloodborne, huh? I think these might be the Okami warrior women. Since we did talk about them before, we read about them on one of these notes. I'm pretty sure it's just a matter of finding out of the many notes that we have accumulated where they are talked about. Is this one here? This one does talk about the inhuman Okami warrior women, but I feel like there was something else. Oh, maybe it was this. Right. The Sunken Valley clan will shoot any stranger who approaches, and the Snake Eyes guns, the Snake Eyes. This elite group of women are descendants of the ancient Okami clan. Their especially sharp eyes allow them to snipe victims at great range. Okay. So that, the Turtleane does work pretty well there against them. At least, you know, giving us protection until there is an opening. Until they have, they have shot their shot. How do we get this way? Because I can see, I don't think we can actually reach there, but that feels like, that I thought was a snakeskin for a second, but those are actually, stalactites, aren't they? Or maybe just big icicles. Maybe they're just big icicles. Either way, this opening here, I think, is back to the outskirts. I think we can see maybe even that over there. I'm not sure exactly, but I feel like this path beyond, that's where we face like the second general. Chained Ogre, I think, is close to this spot. I feel like this is where we were looking across the cliff before. But how do we get there? There's a piece of loot, and there are, I guess, a lot of graves. If we're thinking that those are all gravestones, like where we were with Blackhat just now. Okay, but I don't think we can get that direction unless... No, we can, can't we? Hold on. There is a way to do this. There is a way. Just keep looking around. Because the game is pretty good about providing you these little indications about where you can do a ledge hang. As well as wall hugging. There's the outskirts. Just like I thought. Okay. Yeah, we saw this spot a long time ago. I see one person there. Anybody else? It's another one of these snake eyes, I think. See if we can sneak up on you. There was a death blow there for just a moment. We had a death blow for just a second. And then I think I moved a little bit too in front of you. Like there is this like field of vision sort of thing when we're close to you. There's some water here. Okay, let's get the loot. Pacifying agent. Here we are, back in the outskirts once again. What a great game. This is definitely as different as Sekiro has been. We are more and more getting that feel that we're accustomed to from Dark Souls and Bloodborne of interconnectedness, the world, and how everything, you can look out and see where you've been before. Love it. There is a grapple point over here. So there is more to explore in that direction. Let's check by the water here. Oops. Can I... There we go. Let's say, can I knock it out? There is loot here, more pacifying agent. Are there any fish in the water? Apparently this water is not too cold for us. We're not playing Zelda, fortunately. We don't have to worry about stamina or freezing our butt off in the water. The only thing we have to worry about is getting out. So what's over here then? Is it just the way back? That's all it is. We came in this way. Okay. So that was it. We just had a little, I think a little bit of a connection back to the outskirts. Nice, nice. Which is what I was hoping. I kind of thought that maybe this would be, when we first got this checkpoint to the Sunken Valley, I thought that maybe this is going to be how we access that. And sure enough, that was the case. Awesome. So let us start now to actually proceed into the valley, the valley proper. Is there anything more down here? There are grapple points. Are these just here for the sake of you can jump down from above and have lots of places? It's just a lot of forgiveness, I think. No, maybe this does lead somewhere though. I said that at first because it looked like there were more ledges here to do ledge hanging on, but maybe not. I keep seeing these icicles and thinking that they're snakeskin. There is probably going to be some snakeskin that I'm going to mistake for just icicles. That snake is constantly the should be charging rent for as much of my as much as that snake is living in my mind right now. All right, we have our trusty idol, and why don't we go ahead and take a rest, just because we did use a gourd. Let's take a rest now that we are moving forward from this checkpoint. The Snake Eyes and the Okami warrior women, it did say that maybe they were susceptible to poison as well. So maybe we'll throw Sabimaru here. Not exactly sure what the best option is going to be in terms of prosthetics. Ah, they are in the spots to locate us right off the bat. So how do we, let's go ahead and wait until you are And of course, we are now using the thing we have to keep in mind, and I did not, I didn't note it out loud, I don't think, but this is like a lot of things that happen. There is an icon. There's an icon down to the left of our health bar, and I did see that right away. I saw it as soon as we got this item, and I just didn't talk about it. I need to do this a little bit. I need to be a little bit better about doing this, but we have an icon now, and I have seen that. What I haven't seen yet is exactly how much stronger the enemies are. That is not, because now we are going into new territory, so I don't have a point of reference against these enemies to know how hard they hit regularly or anything like that. So, oh, there's one over there, and there is a building up there. I feel like we can't get to you in this direction, that we have to make our way through the cave structure here, the cave system. And that's probably going to be how we progress through this next part. But yeah, apparently we are now going to be playing on hard mode, at least for the short term. And we'll see how it goes. I think I'm going to leave the umbrella on by default, just because it feels like there's probably going to be a lot of scenarios. There's going to be a lot of scenarios where we are walking directly into the line of sight of these Snake Eyes snipers. Shards. Shards feel like they're going to be less useful in this situation. We have a way to go here, and we have a way to go here. Let's go up first. I'm going to get another hydrate as well. Not exactly sure which way is the main path, but let's sort of peek up here. I feel like this goes to that building. Or, you might be able to see us. But I think this leads up to the spot we saw from the other... Yeah, okay. So you're here. Let's wait for the other one to turn around. It's hard, very hard to sneak up on them, but they are not incredibly tough. They are not the toughest enemy ever. They also seem to have a tough time seeing us when we're crouched. Crouching does help, I think. I will see if I can wait for you to turn around, or maybe now we can go. Because grappling doesn't actually like make noise that gets you to turn in our direction. So this was where, yeah, we go up to this. There's a building up here, isn't there? Let me just check over here once more. But this was the other. We were on that side, right? And we've made it around to this side now. So let's check up, because I think there was... It's more of a tent, isn't it, than an actual proper building. Let's see if there's anybody living in the tent. Does not look like it. Yellow gunpowder, nice. It's a good upgrade material. And a gourd seed, baby. Oh my goodness. Great choice to head in this direction. Rewarded. Fucking A, baby. All right. So that is 8 drinks now. Almost makes me want to go directly back and get my gourd number 8. But let's keep pressing forward for now. See if we can find an idol before we... 7 is a lot. 7 is already a lot. I have felt pretty good. Even like once we got past like 5 or 6, we have not been in too many situations where the gourds have... It's a far cry from 3 or less. All right. Lots of potential sniper spots around corners. What was that? Was that a lizard? It was a lizard. Okay. Lots of antidote powder. We might want to keep that. We can always throw things on the bar. This is the thing, is I don't necessarily need to keep anything on the bar. Other than maybe pellets. But even pellets, see, that's the thing. Once we've gotten up to this like 7 gourd life, pellets even have not felt super necessary like they were in the early game. But who knows? We're playing on hard mode now. Maybe everything has become super necessary. All right. What are we dealing with here? Any enemies? I'm not seeing any enemies. We'll stay crouched. I see one now. Is it just that one? Can we go in and get the sneak attack? Nope. There's actually 2 of them. But they die very quickly, so that's nice. There's more than 2 of them. And they have shotguns. That one has a shotgun. That one actually kind of reminds me of the enemy that was in the Ashina Depths, I think. So we actually kind of need to take you out first, don't we? Well, now they actually went to yellow arrows very quickly because they are ranged enemies, I guess they don't want to chase us around corners. So I will just take a brief second here and kind of wait. I might even use a sugar. I'm not sure how I want to... Okay, now that they are patrolling like this... He's kind of the equivalent of a cannon guy because he rolls. Oh my god. The roll is hilarious. The roll is absolutely hilarious. The problem is he shoots out of the roll and he does a shit ton of damage. Hold on here. So I have the umbrella, which I could use like this, and that's maybe going to keep me safe. He completely missed me, so I actually didn't get to test whether or not... How did I not... I missed the death blow the first time. I'm very much in spam R1 mode. I do see a sculptor's idol though. I was very much in spam R1 mode. I've been that way against the gun folks here to start, because they seemed like they were weaker, on the weaker side. That cannon guy is much stronger, much more vitality or posture. We can't do the R1 spam against him. So that scenario was a little bit more gnarly. This is such a close sculptor's idol to the I'm not going to rest yet because I just saw you here. I do want to go back and get my gourd seed. This is a very close spot to the I'm thinking a few different things here. The cannon guy, the shotgun guy, and the two other enemies, they're very close to this. So how is that going to work when we rest? There is a lot going on here. There is a lot going on here. Let's take a look, and I will talk to the person over here who has a different hat than the Blackhat Badger, but I want to take a look around this valley, which looks very cool. No pun intended. As snowy as it is around here. This huge statue kind of built into the cliff face is very, very cool. And I see I think it's a gunman. Rifle wielder. Another one over there. This one is going to be tough to approach, right? Because they're probably going to be seeing us. The snake eyes will probably have line of sight on our... Although maybe we can come from below. Maybe there will be a spot to sort of ascend without them getting being able to scope us out. Okay. Are you injured? I think you might be injured. Oh yeah, you're not doing so well. Right, the gun fort. And rip. Wow, so you talked about hearing the Sempo Temple bell. Is that because we just rang the bell? Or do you always say that? But he said that they were very reckless to go in unprepared to take on the gun fort, and that is what we just checked out a minute ago, was the gun fort key. And I will take another look at this just to see. It says it is the key to a shrine deep within the gun fort. The gate behind the shrine's idol is made to be opened. So we do have the key for that. Somewhere in here. Oh, there's also another statue way up there. All right, I'm excited about getting into this, but this feels like a good spot. Let me just take another quick look around. We sort of ran in and jumped into battle, but maybe there was some loot or something that we might have missed. Let's just take a quick look here. Any secret ledges? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and sit and go get our gourd seed turned in. Let's go do the thing. Travel to Kuro's room. And let's talk with Emma. The gun fort. We don't know the gun fort and the snake eyes and the Okami warrior women. They don't feel like they're directly connected in any way to any of the groups that we've met so far or interacted with. We sort of have like the Ashina clan, and then there's maybe the Interior Ministry, and then we have the Senpo Temple group, the monks and everybody there. I guess there's the Badger and the people, the short dudes who are known affectionately as the rats. Where do the snake eyes fit into everything?
狼殿、よくぞ参られました。
Gourd seed, though. Gourd seed is easy to understand. Very easy to understand. Glad to have the extra drink. Are you into monkey booze by any chance, Emma? Is that a thing you're into?
狼殿、御眉間、黒す。
We'll see. Maybe we can unfurrow that brow even more if monkey booze is what you're into. You are sitting in a different spot. Does that mean you have new dialogue?
戦況に至るための子集めも進んできたな。
I think this is...
狼よ、引き続き頼むぞ。
I think we've heard this. Yeah, okay, so this is the same.
行くか、狼よ。
Okamio. I love how he says that. All right, so let's go ahead and let's go back to... It's just called Sunken Valley. Okay. We are actually in the primary checkpoint, the primary idol for Sunken Valley. But we're making our way into the gun fort here. A little nervous about being close to you all, so let's maybe expedite the process here. And are we just jumping? Yeah, we're just go ahead and jumping for it here, right? And as I suspected, I think we are facing sniper fire. That's kind of what I was a little worried about. But we have the umbrella. We have the umbrella to shield us. And it is, as was described, having the umbrella to shield us from the snipers was definitely necessary. I'm glad I kept that on the action bar there. Snake Eyes Shirafuji. Oh, I was not necessarily expecting... What was that move? I didn't even have healing gourds on the bar. Oh my god. Hold on a moment here. Hold on a second. Hold on. I was not expecting a double death blow enemy here. I can't even get out of here, can I? Maybe I can. Maybe I can get out of here if I'm lucky. I am not sure I'm not going to be that lucky. I should have drunk. Okay. Well, that was a complete cluster. I was totally caught off guard by the fact that I thought we were just going to be facing another sniper down here, but they were trying to preview the tough enemy for me. Okay, well, what a sequence in the Sunken Valley. Goddamn. Okay, there were actually way more snipers than I thought when I first looked at this. When I first the perils of having the monocular as part of the as part of the bar here. I actually can get down here, can't I? There is a spot over here that has an item, and maybe I can use that to get the drop on you. Maybe. But there were so many more people firing at me, which was definitely a little panic-inducing. A little more stress-inducing than I was expecting. I knew they were probably going to be seeing us from a long distance based on the item description that we had read before, but that was... Goddamn, they were not joking. So let's see if we can do that again, but maybe we can head for... Is there even a grapple point over there, though? Okay, either way, we can make it down, I think, to this spot. And we can also have our healing gourds ready to go, so that is not as nearly as panicked of a situation. And I think we can also just kind of... We can take our time with the umbrella, right? We can bust out the umbrella, and we are basically just taking the posture damage, which is something, right? We shouldn't just wait around and get our posture broken. So we should be moving on with the show here, but I think we are safe here. They might still fire at us for some time, but I think we're at least safe for the moment. There are literally 7. I counted. There was one, I think, that just de-aggroed, but there were 7 yellow arrows there. My god. Okay, and I don't think we can actually sneak up on the double death blow enemy here, so we have to jump right into the action. Now, there was a a very fancy grab attack that they pulled out on us, which I didn't. It was a perilous blow, and I don't remember how I reacted. I sort of was, I guess, trying to just deflect spam in my panic, and then we got grabbed and then blasted. That was a sick move, but we definitely want to be avoiding that. I'm guessing it's a grab that we just need to get away from. So, but I guess we are just jumping up into things here. Is there any other potential? The umbrella still could come in handy. I wonder if maybe we can poison you. We could try doing some poisoning. I am curious to try that. Let's see here. Let's see how this goes. Yeah, see, that's the grab which I can jump away from. Okay, good. We took a fair amount of damage there still. I was too short there. I was on the ground, apparently. I don't want to aggro any of the other folks. Okay, I am sort of... You do stun very easily, and you do poison. You do poison. And you're coughing from it. Oh, no. Come on. Come on. Okay. Yeah, I like that you're taking poison damage. That's nice. But I should not have... Awesome. Okay, poisoning is actually a very legitimate strat. And then you are sitting there stunned for a minute. We should be taking advantage of that. Come on, fuck. All right. We were very close to getting the next death blow, which is why I kind of stayed in the fight. Also, we don't really have a way of retreating that I can tell in this fight. This is one of those double death blow enemies where there's not an obvious mode of retreat, so I'm a little more predisposition to just stay in the battle. We do get unseen aid. I had not taken any stock of where we were in terms of sen or experience. We're not that close to the next skill point, so this is fine. And we were making good progress there with Sabimaru. I like the fact that we're getting poison. And I just need to be a little more aggressive. I'm a little... At the start of dealing with a new enemy, I'm always a little more passive than I should be, trying to just like read what the moves are. But this should be very doable. We just need to avoid that dang grab. And the best way to do that is to get away. Get away from the dang grab. I love, though, that we can do the poison. Poisoning is something that may be finally viable in a FromSoft game. It's probably been viable in other spots that I've just never been patient enough to try to apply it. But the quick successive attacks of the Sabimaru are really cool. I like it a lot. Wow, the damage built up so much more quickly than I was expecting. Okay, you do hit a fair bit. You do hit a fair bit harder than what I'm used to. But we do get a death blow back. I'll take that. Let's see if we can reapply poison here. Wow, we got the poison reapplication just in time. Fuck me, that grab we are getting away with. We are just managing. I am walking into that. I'm getting my posture broken here pretty soon if I'm not careful. That was a terribly timed attack that I should not have gone for. I'm going for Nightjar Slash there when I shouldn't. Come on. Too short. I probably should have backed off and healed there, but I kept seeing the posture bar was so close. We were so close to getting a the final death blow. We do so much damage now, which is very nice. But you do a lot more damage, and I think, you know, this may have been the first instance where we are seeing the effects of this. What is it called again? The Bell Demon. That could be a significantly harder fight because of the fact that we're holding on to that. And I feel like maybe the biggest change is that the damage... Obviously, I don't know what that fight is like, though, regularly. So I don't have the context for it yet. I think we're going to keep going with this Bell Demon for now, though, because I kind of like how it feels. That felt like a good challenge, more than some of the more recent enemies that we've been facing, like a lot of Senpo Temple. It was starting to feel, I don't know, less challenging than the early parts of the game, which is, you know, we're getting better at the game. We're starting to understand how things work, and we're getting more accustomed with the combat and all that jazz. But also, I'm okay, I think, with, at this point, turning up the difficulty meter just a little bit, maybe. We'll see. There's probably going to come a point where I'm like, you know what? We got to send the Bell Demon packing. I really liked how the Sabi Maru worked there. We probably need more spirit emblems. We really probably need... We've got 6 skill points, and we need to, I think, spend some of those on getting more spirit emblems. But... is there an idol nearby? Are they giving us an idol as a reward for our... I don't think they're giving us an idol, but there is an idol that is right nearby. Let's go to that idol, because I realized as we got the prayer bead there, we now have 5 prayer beads. I totally forgot that we got a 4th one. Where did we even get that 4th one from? Did we get it at the end of last time? My memory has already escaped me because I seriously don't know where we got that 4th prayer bead from. Why am I having a mental blank? Where the hell did we get the 4th prayer bead? We might have just gotten it some time ago and I just forgot. The fact that we could upgrade our vitality. Let's go ahead and do that. We could have used that in that fight, but that's okay. Only those who have mastered the Ashina Blade may set foot inside the castle dojo. Ishin will often stop by unannounced just to keep the students on their toes. God damn. Okay. I really don't know where I found that other prayer bead. Holy shit. All right, I think that is where I am going to wrap up this installment of Sekiro. A much shorter episode today, just because that is what my schedule allows, but I think we made a good, fair little bit of progress here, starting our journey into the Sunken Valley, and we took on the Snake Eyes Shirafuji. We managed to get down another double death blow enemy. She had some moves, but we got the job done, and we're gonna see how the life with the Bell Demon here continues as we progress into the rest of the Sunken Valley and this gun fort with all these bajillion snipers that we're gonna have to wade through. I can't wait to see how that's gonna go. That'll be for next time. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I hope to see you in the next one.